Have you ever wondered if a sound barely audible could influence your mind in ways you can't perceive? Welcome to the intriguing world of subliminal sounds, where whispers of influence might just be playing beneath your conscious awareness. Subliminal sounds are those that exist just below the threshold of our conscious perception. They're not quite invisible, but they're hard to pin down, like the shadow of a bird flying overhead. These sounds, often embedded in music or other audio, are designed to be absorbed by our subconscious mind, bypassing our conscious scrutiny. Why, you might ask, would anyone want to do that? Well, it's all about influence. Subliminal sounds can be used to subtly steer our thoughts and feelings in a particular direction. Imagine, for instance, a soft, barely perceptible whisper of relaxation swirling beneath your favorite melody, gently guiding your mind towards tranquility. This technique is becoming increasingly popular in various sectors. In the realm of advertising, companies might use subliminal sounds to create a positive association with their product or to encourage a certain behavior. In the music industry, artists may utilize these sounds to deepen the emotional impact of their songs. And in the field of personal development, subliminal sounds are being used as a tool for self-improvement, helping individuals to cultivate positive habits, boost self-esteem, or even alleviate stress. However, as fascinating as these applications might be, it's important to remember that the science behind subliminal sounds is still in its infancy. While some studies suggest there might be some truth to their potential impact, others argue that the effects are minimal at best. So what's the verdict? Can these elusive whispers truly yield tangible results? Or are we simply hearing what we want to hear? Our minds playing tricks on us as we seek out patterns in the noise. Indeed, subliminal sounds are an intriguing concept, but are they truly effective, or is it all in our heads? Stay tuned as we delve deeper into this enigma in the next segments. You've probably heard of the placebo effect, but do you know how powerful it can be? Imagine this: you're not feeling well, so you visit your doctor who prescribes you a pill. You take it and voila, you start feeling better. But what if I told you that the pill was just a sugar pill with no medicinal properties? That's the placebo effect at work. It's the power of your belief and expectation tricking your body into healing itself. The placebo effect is a fascinating phenomenon where a patient's symptoms can be alleviated by an otherwise ineffective treatment. This is because the individual believes the treatment will help. It's not just about mind over matter, it's about the mind influencing the body's physiological processes. Historically, the placebo effect has been seen as a testament to the power of the mind. For instance, during World War II, when an anesthesiologist ran out of morphine, he decided to inject wounded soldiers with saline solution, telling them it was a powerful painkiller. Miraculously, the soldiers reported relief from their pain. In the realm of science, numerous studies have demonstrated the power of the placebo effect. In one study, patients with Parkinson's disease were given a placebo and told it was a powerful drug. The patient's brains released dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with feelings of reward and pleasure, just as they would have if they had taken the actual drug. The placebo effect hinges on our beliefs and expectations. If we believe a treatment will work, our bodies can respond accordingly. This effect extends beyond just pills. It can also apply to surgeries, therapies, and yes, even sounds. So what does this mean for our health? It suggests that our mental state, our beliefs, and expectations can have a profound effect on our physical and mental health. The power of belief can be a potent tool in healing and recovery. So the placebo effect is real and can be powerful, but is it at play in the case of subliminal sounds? Now let's delve deeper into the connection between subliminal sounds and the placebo effect. Subliminal sounds, those frequencies and tones that exist just below our conscious awareness, hold a fascinating position in psychological discussions. Some believe that these sounds can influence our behaviors, thoughts, and emotions, while others view them as mere auditory illusions. But what's the truth? The effectiveness of subliminal sounds may not solely lie in the sounds themselves, but rather in our belief and expectation of their influence. This is where the intriguing concept of the placebo effect comes into play. The placebo effect is a psychological phenomenon where a person experiences a perceived improvement in their condition or behavior, not because of any actual therapeutic intervention, but simply because they believe they are receiving a beneficial treatment. In other words, it's the power of positive thinking and action. Now apply this to subliminal sounds. If a person believes that a particular sound frequency will help them relax, they are likely to feel more relaxed after listening to it. Not necessarily because the sound has a direct calming effect, but because they expected it to have one. In this way, the placebo effect could be a significant factor in the perceived effectiveness of subliminal sounds. Several scientific studies have explored this intriguing relationship. For instance, a study published in the Journal of Experimental Psychology found that participants who were told they were listening to mood-lifting subliminal messages reported feeling happier than those who were not, even though the audio was the same for both groups. This suggests that the belief in the subliminal messages, rather than the messages themselves, were responsible for the mood enhancement. Similarly, another study in the British Journal of Psychology found that subliminal sounds only had an effect when the listeners believed in their power. When the participants were skeptical, the sounds had no noticeable impact. As we can see, the effectiveness of subliminal sounds may be deeply intertwined with our beliefs and expectations. So, what kinds of subliminal sounds are most effective, you might ask? Well, let's delve into the intriguing world of sound and its subconscious influences. First off, binaural beats. These are unique soundscapes where two slightly different frequencies are played in each ear, creating a perceived third frequency. This illusion can stimulate brain waves, potentially leading to improved focus, relaxation, and even deeper sleep. However, it's essential to remember that individual experiences can significantly vary. Next up, we have isochronic tones. These sound like a consistent beat going in and out at regular intervals. It's believed these tones can synchronize brain waves to achieve various states of consciousness. Some find them useful for meditation, studying, or even pain management. But again, the effectiveness is highly subjective. Then there's the intriguing realm of affirmations. These are positive statements delivered subliminally beneath the threshold of conscious awareness. They can potentially influence thought patterns and behavior. For instance, subliminal affirmations about confidence or abundance might subtly shift one's mindset over time. But like all subliminal sounds, the impact is influenced by individual belief and receptivity. Now let's talk about nature sounds. The calming sounds of rain, waves, or a crackling fire can have a soothing effect on the mind. They can mask distracting noises, promote relaxation, and even enhance cognitive function. But it's important to note that what one person finds calming, another might find distracting. And finally, we have music. Subliminal messages embedded in music tracks are believed to influence our thoughts and emotions subtly. The key here is that the music should be enjoyable to the listener, as the pleasure it evokes can potentially enhance the subliminal message's effectiveness. While all these sounds hold promise, it's crucial to remember that subliminal sounds aren't a one-size-fits-all solution. Each person's perception and experience are unique, shaped by their own beliefs, expectations, and personal receptivity. While subliminal sounds are a fascinating field of study, it's clear that our own beliefs and expectations play a significant role in their effectiveness. So always approach them with an open mind and a healthy dose of skepticism.